Here's the latest on xtalks.com. Veganism is far from the fringe diet it once was. In fact, it's become an accepted and popular option for all types of consumers. As this plant-based trend continues to flourish, experts warn that restaurants who don't invest in these food items will be left in the dust. Hello, I'm Margot Rubin, multimedia editor and webinar moderator for xtalks.com, and welcome to this edition of Xtalks Vitals. Our featured webinar for this episode is Emerging Food Trends You Will Find on the Shelf. Click the link in the description below to register for this free webinar. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the bottom right corner of this video so you can always be up to date with the latest Xtalks Vitals episodes. A restaurant that doesn't have a plant-based menu is burning money. That's according to Kiki Adami, the founder of Veganizer, which is a vegan food marketing agency that helps businesses capitalize on the plant-based movement. She stresses that younger generations are demanding a wider variety of vegan and vegetarian options than their predecessors.
And millennials and Gen Z, they operate differently than any other consumerism generation before then. So any of the restaurants that have been in existence for, the last 50 to 100 years, they have to totally 180 their identity if they want to stay in the game.
In addition to this, a U.S. Consumer Trend Report states 50% of consumers eat vegetarian and vegan dishes at least once a month, meaning food vendors who don't add these items to their menu are losing out on a significant segment of the market. The study also indicates that many flexitarians and meat eaters are drawn to vegan items solely for the health purposes. Adami says these people are mainly responsible for driving sales as opposed to vegetarians and vegans themselves.
You're the one that's driving the plant-based sales, not vegans. They're 3%. It's people like you, the flexivores, the allergen people, the people who eat healthy 5 times a week and then binge on the weekends. You're the ones that are driving the movement.
In comparison to 2016, research shows more consumers are gradually cutting back on their meat consumption, pressuring food vendors to include tastier plant-based items on their menus. But is there a balance that needs to be met between traditional preferences and the ones that are driving change in the industry?
For example, I'm working on a small chain out in Vegas right now, and the owners of the chain, there's 6 locations, they have recently gone plant-based themselves, and they personally just don't feel comfortable serving the food they're serving. They also have the foresight to see this is really where consumerism is going. So it's basically just figuring out how do we keep that clientele that does love their menu and bring in the people who are really driving the food service world.
Despite a clear-cut desire for plant-based options, the study suggests only a third of people who've eaten both vegetarian and vegan dishes claim these items to be satisfying, demonstrating that the food service industry still has a lot to learn when it comes to improving the craveability of plant-based cuisine. Subscribe to the Xtalks YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button below, and visit xtalks.com for more information on this story. And our featured food webinar for this episode is Emerging Food Trends You Will Find on the Shelf. Click the link in the description below to register for this free webinar.